Okay.
2 aircraft for the UN.
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
it will be.
was someone considering ground forces for a second?
I was, but there's no way to follow it up. And you're going to be building a Chinese Air Force that I have to beat now. So my hands are kind of tied
Yeah.
in that respect.
All right, so there's that. Um, oops. Well, I mean, at least you can say that part of the ROK first core survived. Some of it made it
Only
back.
because you rolled
I rolled
terrible.
terribly on that retreat.
And that retreat roll is still ridiculous. I shouldn't say ridiculous, that's the wrong word. It's not, it needs to be revisited.
Yeah.
Probably the better way to say it.
Any UN attacks?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What are you going to attack with your UN Air Force?
We are
This
going to go ahead
this
and we are going to
massive
attack
body.
yeah, the massive body of troops. Can they? 1, 2, 3. Yes, they can. I would like to do a major air attack into Kusan.
Oh, wow. Are you attacking the factory or the ground forces?
The ground forces.
Okay. Well, so now this is where I get curious. Oh wait, no, never mind. I still have Chinese supply from the next one to support the defense. But I guess that's also an interesting question. Like, what happens if your enemy and like an enemy air attack goes beyond what you have as a defender? Like, well, I guess that just means I get pushed into the next territory.
I don't think that should be it because you.
I mean, would
How do I
it
put
then
it?
just be that like
Aircraft can't capture territory, so you shouldn't it shouldn't be forced to retreat either.
should it just be that the enemy has to halt their attack at that point?
I think it should just go into the -1 thing we were talking about. Because you're spending, ammunition shooting at airplanes, and in World War II in Korea, you shot a lot of ammunition in the sky to shoot at airplanes. So it'd just be more of like the amount of fire being thrown into the sky at airplanes is lessened.
Okay, I see what you're saying. All right. We can roll with that. If I somehow burn through this supply and these 4 supply, then with each subsequent round of combat, my forces will shoot at 1 less until they get to 1.
I
All right.
don't think it's going to be a concern this time.
No. And then I already pulled off your supply for launching this air attack.
Okay, I forgot that they changed that,
Yep.
but I agree with that.
So
Uh,
I have 2 AAA shooting 3
yep,
dice, so that'll be
per
6.
turn.
Yeah, so 6 dice. No, that's 5, 6. And this is going to be at 2s. I got 1 aircraft. I have
Okay.
shot down 1 aircraft.
What?
1.
I see 2 twos there, guy.
Oh, I only saw 1.
1, 2. Or did you not roll this one?
No, I
1,
did roll
2,
this one.
3,
Oh,
4,
I
5.
missed the other 2.
2 hits.
Okay, sorry. So 2 hits. All right,
Yep.
I got 2 aircraft. Not bad. All right, not bad for a
No,
beginner.
not bad. This is going to be costly, but it's going to be worth
Okay,
it.
so then you'll have. Okay, oh, for God's sakes, these UN aircraft are so big. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be 8 fighters at. It's going to be 8 fighters at 5, and then the bomber at 8.
1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3
3
hits.
3 hits, and then you have a bomber at 8.
That's a hit.
Okay, so that's
5 hits.
5 hits. I count 4. You got 3 hits. I
Oh,
counted.
sorry, 3 plus 4. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. 4.
All right, so that's 4 hits. All right, so then my defenses are 4 infantry at 4 infantry at. Oh wait, hold on. I have 2 sets of infantry. All right, so I have 3 Chinese infantry at 3. Oh, they all shoot at 3, so that's 4 infantry at 3. Oh, I shot that one too far. Miss.
Miss.
And then I
And
have
then artillery.
3 artillery for 4. Oh, that was a bad roll. I'm gonna re-roll that. That was shitty.
You should have kept it.
I should have, because I would have gotten a hit. I got 0 hits out of that. Good God. All right, so 4 hits. I'll take out that supply. Shoot. Okay, well, I guess I'll lose the Chinese infantry. So 3. I'll just lose all the infantry, I guess. 4. So that's the 4.
We're going to continue on this attack.
Okay, so that's
I
another
didn't know if I was going
6.
to, but I'm going to. That's 6 right there. Oh, 2 hits. 4 hits.
4 hits. Hell yeah. Take
Which means I
that.
roll 4.
3, 4. Well, actually, I'm going to do this. Give you 1 back. So yeah, that's going to be 4 at.
I rolled 1 hit.
Okay. And then
plus the bomber. Miss. And I'm going to retreat.
so that was how many? 2 hits?
1 hit total.
Okay, 1 hit total, and then I have.
Because I rolled 4 dice. Yeah, I retrieve with 4 aircraft and the
Well,
bomber.
hold on. I have my 3 artillery that's good to shoot at you.
Yes, I do.
Miss,
Nothing.
anyways. So that was 1 more hit.
Yep.
I'll just. I'll lose an
2 of the fighters are going to stay, and they're going to be landing on the carriers because I'm moving the UN fleet up there. And then the rest will move back to Incheon along with the bomber.
Okay, so 1 second. So where's the fleet moving to? Up to Korea Bay?
Sea Zone 1. Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, so the UN fleet is moving up to Sea Zone 1. Is all of it or just the combat ships?
All of it.
Okay.
There's no point in keeping the transports alone. I can't defend them then.
Well, I mean, if you're moving the U.S. fleet up there.
That's what I mean.
Okay, and then
I'm
the
moving up
bomber,
there.
and then everything else is going back to Incheon.
Correct.
I can grab the damn stuff. Oh boy.
And then don't forget that I have 2 fighters that I don't think were part of that action that can also go to Incheon.
Yes, they can. They should be able to make it back.
Although those ones should have been part of that action, shouldn't they?
Well, they were.
I didn't.
I just split them up.
No, the 2 fighters that came
the 2.
last turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's fine. I didn't call it.
Oh,
So,
okay. So then these 2 will go to Incheon.
Also the Incheon, correct.
Okay.
Actually,
Or
we're going to have the fighters join the 38th Parallel West group.
all right, so they're going to go up to First Corps, support First ROK.
So is the other 2 fighters.
And then
all fighters are going to move there.
Also all fighters.
Yep.
Okay, all fighters.
And the bomber. Basically, the entire fighter wing will just move there, I think.
Fair enough.
Because I don't think you have the strength to take this army out too, with the amount of artillery that's there. Plus, I get to shell you first.
Yeah, that's true. You'd get to shell me next turn. Okay. Anything else for the UN?
Pass turn.
Okay. All right, then you got your 50 for the US. Don't forget your guys on Pusan this time. Last time you bought 7 mediums and a.
I'm thinking 2 more transports, which would bring it to 14. Right there, right? Transports are 7.
Yep.
So 2 transports, that's 14. Give me another let's see, 14, so that brings me down to 36. 36 have medium tanks are 7. Which would bring that up to 34, I think is the no, 32 is what I can do there, which is going to be 5. So we do 5, that's 34 out of 30, sorry, 32 out of 36, and then we'll do
Wait, so hold on. How many medium tanks?
5. That should bring no,
No,
yeah,
that's
that's the
35.
35.
So then you'd have one
I have
left over.
36. Yep, and that'll be one supply.
Okay. All right. Combat for the U.S.
Oh yeah, I think you know what's coming now.
I'm afraid I do. I
All
think.
right, so we are gonna go ahead and what's at Busan right now?
An infantry, 3 artillery, 5 light tanks, and a supply truck, along with 2 supply trucks and 5, 6, so 5, 10, 12 supply.
Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take. This is the issue. That's not too much of an issue. That's fine. We'll take the U.S. fleet, and we will load up 2 supply on the supply ships. We will load up that infantry that's at Busan. We'll load up the 2 artillery that's there as well.
I think it's 3 artillery. It's 3 artillery. So it's 1
It,
infantry, 3
3
artillery.
artillery.
So
You
you
know
want
what? They can also pick up that infantry that's at Chanchan, not Chanchan.
Kanong?
Kanong. Yep. And that brings it up to 2 infantry, 3 artillery, and then go ahead and grab a light tank as well. And I think that'll be enough.
All right, and 1 light tank.
Yep. And then all of those are going to go ahead and they are going to attack this factory that's defenses are down.
Okay.
And now that factory won't be able to produce 10.
Yes.
A worthy gambit.
Okay, and then 1 second. I'll just put these 2 transports down. These guys will go up. So, is it just gonna be the ground forces? Well, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
The U.S.
first,
fighter that's part of the air group. That is
I mean, you might be able to
also.
do it without the air, because I mean, your offshore bombardment from the U.S. fleet has been pretty on
No,
point.
I want the air just to go to the. That's non-combat, but I want that fighter just to go to the carrier, just so that it has more. The fleet has more defense. Because the
Okay.
entire U.S. fleet is joining the NATO fleet in Sea Zone 1 for that landing.
Yeah. All right. So for the landings, you'll have 3 destroyers shooting at 4
Yep.
for offshore.
Uh, we will grab you,
3.
and oh, I thought you said 4.
No,
Sorry.
sorry,
There we go.
3 at 4.
3 or 4. And
Miss.
no hits.
2 cruisers
The
at
cruisers. Yep.
6.
1 hit.
1 hit. And then 1 battleship at 8.
Oh, get over here. And we'll just roll it off the table.
And off the
Not that
table
one
it
then.
goes.
We'll do this one.
5.
There it is.
That's
No
2
matter what.
hits.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take it on a. Well, I guess I'll take it on a supply truck and one of my AAA. All right, so then I have 2 artillery that'll shoot first. Ask
No,
questions later.
attacker artillery shoots first, if I recall.
Oh shoot, that's right. Yep. So then you. All right, yeah. So your 3 artillery will shoot first. Oh,
Nothing.
miss. So then my 2 artillery. 1 hit.
1. Okay, and then so I lose an infantry.
Yes. You lose the
So I have
5th Regimental Combat Team from the 24th Division.
one
So you'll have
infantry at 3.
one infantry at 3.
Aren't they supported by light tanks? So that's 4, isn't it?
Oh,
Or are they
yeah.
not
Yeah, they're supported by light tanks. Whoops, sorry. Forgot to put the
miss
light
anyway?
tank up there. Okay, and then you have the light tank at 6.
This is fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. Holy shit. This is
Light tank at
ridiculous.
6.
Alright.
What'd you roll?
I rolled like an 11. None of my ground troops hit.
Okay. All right. So then that is.
I'm still going to continue the attack, which means
Well,
my 3
hold
artillery.
on 1 second. Let me. I guess I got to steal supply from this neighboring territory, and you gotta lose 1 supply.
Oh, yes, I do.
Um. Yeah, I'll stick it out. Which, yeah, I'll stick it out. Okay. So you have your 3 artillery at 4.
I'll miss. Again.
No. Really? Oh shit. Okay. Then my 2 artillery.
Miss.
Miss. Your 1 infantry at 4.
Miss.
And then your tank at 6.
Hit.
There's a hit. All right. I'll take that on my AAA. And you're out of supply.
Yeah. I should have
So,
had the fighter join.
okay. Well, then I guess the same rule applies. You can't retreat. So I
You
guess
want me to just go -1?
we'll just have you roll at -1. So your 3 artillery will now shoot at 3. Oh, hold on. I can pull them back.
Too far
Oh,
again?
oh. 2 of them made it. Both of those are misses. So then just roll that 1.
There it
There
is.
it is. All right, so there's 1 hit from your artillery, so that'll take out 1 of mine.
And then
And then
you get to fire.
I get to fire my 1 artillery. Miss. But now I am out of supply,
Infantry.
which means I have to retreat. So that means you get free rolls. So I guess that would be your 3 artillery at 2. Miss. Your infantry at 1 now, I think.
No, still 2, because
Yeah,
they had
2.
4.
And then your tank at 4, which
Yeah, look at all
also
these
missed.
crappy rolls.
All right,
Alright, so now I get
roll your 1. Then roll 1d6 for my retreating artillery. And
nothing
my
there.
3. So my
And
artillery got away because that was a
the
3.
supply truck, though.
No, I killed my supply truck. I
Oh,
took that
gotcha.
as a casualty. So I'll pull this artillery back with the 20th Army, which sadly is also out. So you have now taken Kusong. Oh, God damn it. So that is going to be a -1 for me.
Alright, the biggest thing is that factory can no longer produce 10.
Yes, it'll only be able to produce 5 going forward. And then, so we'll put the American capture signal there. Only, I guess now the only question is that if I attack you, what are you defending at now? Are you defending at the? Would you technically be defending at what you ended off with, which was 2, 2, and 4? I mean, I guess I would have to assume that, right?
Yeah, so basically we're at -2.
Well, I'll just do this. I'll use this dice.
I was just going to say you should use these
Oh, that's a good
explosion
idea.
chips.
So,
2 of those chips.
and then I figure I'll just do this. Kind of set them under the units just to show like, okay, they're at a
Well, I was just saying, well, no, because it's not unit specific. Just put it on the territory. Then you know the territory is -2 to supply because it's not unit specific. So if you put 2 chips down on the
Oh, that's
territory, you
true.
know to -2 everything.
That's true. Okay, yeah, so we'll do
Okay.
that. So that is at -2 for everything next time. All right. So then, any more attacks or time for non-combats?
No, I really, really want to. I think I will. I'll go ahead and take Yangu, and I'll have the bomber support because why not?
Are you going in with
The entire first.
first corps?
Actually, wait.
Well, Eighth
That's
Army
not a whole
can't
lot
get
in
up
first.
there. Eighth Army's still
No, I'm saying
here.
first. That's not a whole lot in first core.
You could artillery it. You have 3 artillery. Why not just clear
But
it?
I can, but that's not take. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I'll clear it and I'll move 1 infantry in there.
Okay, so then that will be your 3 artillery sniping at 4.
Yes, it will be. Wait, no, there's tanks and there's a lot of stuff in
Oh,
there that
that's
can snipe.
right. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Jesus. You have 7 tank destroyers. So everything snipes at 4. So that'd be 7, 10, 11. That's 14 sniping at 4.
Well, here's 8.
There it
There
is.
it is.
Okay. So your
Now
snipe
I can roll low,
your snipe worked,
and then 1
and
infantry will move in.
the 17th infantry from the 7th division will go in.
Okay. The now it'll just be non-combat. Obviously, 8th Army will link up with First Corps, and they'll become all. They'll just become all First Corps because I like that roundel better than
Okay.
insignia.
So 8th Army will go to the wayside. Everybody, well, everybody will come up here to the first corps. Let's keep them off the first corps card for a minute. But so, all right, first corps is there, and then
Obviously, the troops in Chan will also join.
yep, of the 4 trucks and 10 supply.
3 trucks and
That'd be 3 trucks
three tr-
and 9 supply altogether.
3 trucks and 8 supply. That 4th truck takes the last 2, and we're gonna move it over to the 38th West to give the South Koreans more supply
Okay, so
to
1
run off
second.
of.
So it's gonna be a green for their
Actually,
supply.
belay that. Hang
Oh,
on, that's stupid. We can just take the supply that's in Incheon. Yeah, we are because I'm not gonna have the air wing there anyway.
okay,
The
so
entire
this
air wing.
supply truck's gonna come and pick up these 2. Oh, so I guess I could have still kept the green. So the 2 supply, you're gonna come pick up the
Yep.
2 supply in Incheon, drop it in 38 West, and then the other 3 with, you said 9 supply?
Uh,
Yeah,
9
it's
supply because
yeah.
that last supply will just go with that truck. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because there was only 2 supply in Incheon. So
Yeah, so I can
okay,
take it.
so then 9 supply to um, 9 more
Yep,
supply to 38 West. Oh, for the love of Pete. 9 supply to
there,
38 West.
there.
And then obviously your 2 tanks will go to
We'll move up to
Kanung.
Gun. Yeah, and then everything else in Busan will start moving up as well.
Uh,
Which everything there is motorized.
yeah. You have 2 supply trucks still, so do you want to
I
take?
leave 1 supply truck there. The other supply truck will take 3 supply with it.
Okay, move that up to Andong. Okay, and then anything else? Your bomber? Where's that going?
Is going to the same thing. Basically, the entire air group is moved to 30th parallel west
Okay, so I can
to bolster
reposition.
the South Koreans a little bit.
So I can reposition all of you guys back onto 5th Air Force, since 5th Air Force is now moving up to 38 West. Okay. And then I don't see anything else you can do. So
No, that is Pat's turn.
All right, 1 second. Let's drop your supply in Busan. I don't need to use the debarkation. I don't think I need to use the debarkation
Chip for
template.
that? No.
So 7 medium tanks. Good lord, that's gonna be a pickle. All right, and
a lot of
then
those
you
just moved
zeroed
up.
out.
I did.
All right, well that. All right, so that's the end of the U.S. So scoreboard. At the end of turn 9, we have 32 for the Allies, 26 for the Communists. The Allies have made several crossings of the 38th, attacking Chorwan, losing it to the Chinese, attacking Yanggu, and a bold amphibious operation against Kusong, which will lower that factory's capacity from 10 to 5, which was also a bold move because it basically put all the Chinese units in the area out of supply, so they can't attack unless they are supported with supply from Pyongyang now, which that'll make things interesting. Interesting indeed.
Are you saying are you saying that my U.S. forces in Kusan will probably live next round?
No, because the Chinese, I can move 3 supply back up to support the attack.
Okay, gotcha.
So, probably not. But I mean, with how some of the rolls went this turn, I mean that wouldn't surprise me if. Well, no matter what, they'll either die or they'll get captured because they're trapped.
They are trapped. Or you just let me leave next turn.
Yeah, but why would I do that?
Because then you're not moving your army backwards.
That's fair. That's fair. But well, you don't even have supply in Kusong anyways to make any purchases out of there anyways, too. You've given me something to ponder, that's for sure. That's for sure. Other
But
than
if you like, I brought them there to be destroyed. So if you do destroy them, fine. But you're not gaining that much by doing so.
that's true. That's true. Well, I mean, I don't think I have any closing comments outside of kind of the few things that we talked about. That once again, I think the retreat rule probably should get modified a little bit, and I think just better clarification about like what kind of happens if in the same round of combat like you all lose supplies, like what kind of happens, because especially with an amphib assault you can't retreat. So yeah, is it more of a, does the amphibious assault continue on but they also start losing attack values, which
Yeah,
that makes the most sense. That
yeah.
honestly
I
makes the
like
most
what we
sense.
just came up with. This is a good rule. It's simple, and it's very easy to calculate.
And very easy to track as you go on, especially like now. Now they are all at a -2. So, given how things go that way. All right, so we are now moving on to December, January, which is going to be turn
See,
10. We are now back into the winter weather months. So
the only thing I'll say, the only modification I want to say really quick is I don't think it should cost a supply to do the retreat shot. Does that make sense? Like your units are retreating. I shouldn't cost me a
well,
supply to do that required roll of them leaving.
yeah, units that are staying behind. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, units staying behind. Okay, yeah. Nope. Yeah, the attacker will still have to spend a token too.
I disagree with that.
I mean,
Um,
if the defender was leaving behind a rear guard, then yes, I would say you'd still have to spend a supply token because you are fighting a rear guard. But
but
if
you weren't doing that.
no, but that's what I was getting to. But like if the enemy is retreating all of its forces and not leaving a rear guard, then yeah, then I don't think the attacker should have to spend a supply token for that
It doesn't say
last.
that though. It says that rear guard units you have to spend a supply token. Units that are staying behind fight normally in combat, expending one supply token.
I
However,
think
the
it's
attack
supposed to
roll.
be. I think it's supposed to be implied that the attacker still has to spend a supply token. But you're right. It doesn't specifically say that the attacker is spending a supply token. I think that's just kind of the implication is that they're supposed to, because
Oh, okay.
it's still in
If
a
that's
because it's still in an attack.
fine, if that's the case, then I want the option to say I am not doing the extra attack because I'd rather hang on to supply. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like, why am I burning two supply when I don't have the supply to do that?
right.
So that's my compromise. That's my suggestion of either change it so that you don't spend a supply to shoot at retreating units, or I get the option to not shoot at retreating units because I'd rather not spend the supply.
Right.
Because you can bet I would not have spent that supply in that last fight just now if I didn't have to, and be at the minus
Which,
one instead of
which
minus two.
honestly, now that you said it, I think that could kind of fix, in a sense, the retreat rule itself. In a sense, because if you have to spend the supply to do the final to like shoot again, and you're low on supply, yeah, then the attacker should get the option to pick whether or not they want to shoot, and then that if they don't shoot, then you don't have to do the second retreat roll either. Everyone
And
just everyone just kind of parts ways.
I still think it doesn't fix it. Just get rid of, in my honest opinion, just get rid of the capture rule. It doesn't do anything, and no one ever caught so much equipment that they were able to make a full regiment out of it at one time. That's just not how that works.
Yeah,
Like in Korea, I'm reading about them capturing like one tank here, one tank there, but you're not capturing whole regiments of tanks, turning them around and using them against your foe. Like that's not.
yeah. What about
And
I mean, just thinking about it. What about like what we had kind of seen and played like with our 1951 game where it's again the attacker doesn't get another round of attack but you just roll a d6 and it's rather it's either a retreat or a destruction or yeah, what was it? It was played where it was on a d6 if you rolled a 1 the unit was destroyed and then on a 2 or higher the unit escaped.
yep, and I liked that rule.
I mean, I'd
That made a
almost
lot of
say
sense
like
to me.
I mean, I do get it though like a retreating unit is being pressed by an attacker, so like maybe on a d6 it would more be like a 2 or less you're destroyed and then on a 3 or higher you escape.
And I'm okay with that, but not on top of a second combat round,
Yeah,
right? Like rolling twice is the big issue here. It's a little excessive.
yeah. And again, like
Uh,
part of it it's excessive cuz it's like you're basically getting almost two free quote unquote attacks against your enemy. But also it's
right.
just it's also time consuming to have to go through all the rolls, basically do two more rolls. It's a little time consuming because I haven't even checked, but I bet like altogether our entire recording has probably gone past an hour.
Yes, a lot of it though talking about either history or the game in
That's true
general,
too. So
which is the
if you
point.
yeah, but yeah, I would say it still adds time. Like it's also a time saver not to have to roll twice.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Okay, real quick, let's do our weather roll. Oh wow, we rolled a 1. No weather effects this turn. So
I
everyone,
wanted weather effects.
well, there is no weather effects this turn. So everyone gets to move freely. I guess this is
Okay,
going to be a mild early winter in Korea. All right, guys. Well,
which is
that's it
not
for
historically accurate.
yeah. That's it for turn 9, and we will see you guys next time for turn 10. So until then, guys, as always, take care.